Hey, welcome back. It's Omi Dad here. I'm this is going to be about the VeVe video VeVe NFTs, but I am more into the Omi. I guess it's tough, but Omi I'm just going to hold. So just wait for it to go up. And I do think because of my price predictions are going to be delayed till middle of end of January. I think we need the mutable X thing to be done. Just in that I thought conservatively for October, but that was turned out to be way wrong. So anyway, I think that's the big thing coming. So I think end of January, I think under a penny is a steal, and you can still get it as of the time of this recording at that price. So if you're not into Omi yet, not financial advice, but I think that's going to be a huge winner next year. And if you need to know how to buy, I did do a video on it way back. If you need some help with that, I can help you. Just reach out to me. But I'm going to kind of update more on the where my price predictions is really what I've been doing on the VeVe app lately, which is kind of like a lot of people, based on first appearances, for major characters is really what I've shifted my focus. It kind of always has been that way, but even more so, where I sell stuff I'm not all that interested in long term and move. And just to kind of give you my thoughts on what I've been doing. My history, as far as investing has mostly been stocks, and just taking that into this type of atmosphere has been great, because you see all the same trends. It's just they're in seconds as opposed to months. Like 10% returns, used to be a good thing. Now you can get that, in a day, so it's crazy. So this has just been a lot of fun. And so anyway, my approach for now has been, probably forevermore for that matter, is to kind of take something I really want to have that I think is going to be long-term a big winner. So I'm going to give you what I've been doing to try to accumulate more of. I'd love to have, a bunch of everything. And for example, I think Walt and the partner statue is going to be 100,000 someday. Not a price prediction, that's just my thought. When that day is, no idea, but someday. And we bought one actually as a family is what we ended up doing. We bought one collectively, so we could so I didn't have enough gems to do it, so we all chipped in and bought one. I thought under 10 grand was a steal. When I saw it, I'm like, hey family, we got to figure out a way to buy one of these. Turned out it stayed under 10 grand for a week or so I didn't need to sell everything that day to do it when I saw it start to go under 10 grand, but we did. And it's, at last I looked, it's at 14 grand, so it's doing pretty well already. But the other ones that are the kind of the main ones, I think Elsa, so I kind of have a price point for that. Basically, when I saw her go under a grand, I bought another one of those. I have 3 of those now. Spider-Man, I kind of grouped this one together. Any Spider-Man, as far as common, uncommon, or rare, under 300 is kind of my price point to pick up another one of those. I have a few of those, but wouldn't mind having another one. Superman, my price is 1,100. I think that if it does get to that, we're gonna need another gem squeeze for all these. Just don't. But when I do see someone list something to get some gems, I pop in and try to buy it if I have the gems. The Steve Rogers is actually hanging out low 50s right now, and my price point on that one is 52. I do have 5 of those, but there's people that have 150 of them. So on Marty's hoverboard, I've always done really well with that. Whenever that kind of drops to 150, I think it's 185, 190 right now. People will drop that down. Wonder Woman, 300, 302 is kind of what I have for my price point. I only have one of Wonder Woman at this point. And then my other main ones are the Marvel comics. That one basically being 185 is what I have the price point on that one, but under 200 I think is a good deal. And the Spider-Man #1 under 100. There's a couple other comics you could throw in there, but I'm not huge in the comics, so I don't know it as well. But those are the ones I'm accumulating. And then the other one that I think will be big is the stamps. I have a few of the commons and uncommons. I think those are going to be big long term, but I'm not really buying any more of those at this point. I do think they'll have a nice little pop, and maybe there'll be a Christmas stamp that comes out this week that would, I think, give a pop to it. But I do think long term to have the first stamp is going to be big. So, and then the other thing is my background. I think Coke's going to be big tomorrow. So I'm going to plan to buy up on those. Where those are going to come in, it's going to be tough to say. I like the common the best. I think I could see those, 200 right away. I think the uncommon and rare will be slightly above that price, but I do think the common, in my opinion, will be the best. And then obviously I think the last one's a secret rare. That's going to go in the thousands. I would like to get this set. I'm not much of a set collector, but I think that's why all 4 rarities will be big. I think a lot of people will like to try to own this set. And that's, I think, sometimes what happens with some of the other things, uncommons, rare, ultra rares, particularly in the comics. There isn't a set bonus type of thing. So, but I think people will want to have this set. I think this is going to be big. So I'm going to add to my list to find a price point once that one kind of settles in, to see what, because for any of you who've been around a while, you'll see prices go up and down when people need to get gems. And there seems to be buying opportunities once every 3 to 4 weeks. And so I just kind of have decided I'm going to keep some gems ready to go. And then when somebody decides to list something, I'm ready to buy it. So like, for example, I bought a Spider-Man common yesterday at $330. Not a steal, but it was a little bit above my price, but I'm just like, I want to have another one of those. So I bought another one. So anyway, this is what I'm trying to stick to. As you can tell, I don't stick to it exactly, but sticking to the prices. So if you look at my previous videos, I talk more about, again, relating it more to the stock market and other markets that, have some more of a history than NFTs do. So that's really what I relate to. So the biggest thing in all those, basically all those, probably except for Wonder Woman at this point, you'll notice the correlation is that it's circulating supply. I use that as probably my main thing. And Elsa, actually, there's a fair amount in her, but all the other ones are pretty much only about 1% of people that own those are trying to sell them. And that tells me that people want to hold these. And that's another thing to look at when you see an initial drop. If you see an initial drop that has 10,000 editions and 3,000 of them for sale right away, there's a fair amount of people that are just looking to flip. They're not looking to hold those. So, Marty's hoverboard is around 1%. Steve Rogers around 1%. Spider-Man is below 1% common. So people that have those want to hold those. And so that gives it price stability, I guess I would say. So, but Thompson does percent on his spreadsheets. He'll do available supply. The Comey Wiki site, it'll show number and whatever. Otherwise, I just kind of eyeball it. If there's say 10,000 editions, so 1,000 is going to be your 10%, and 100 is going to be your 1%. So I just kind of eyeball it from there. I won't really look to buy anything that's above 3%. I would say if I'm looking to, that tells me there's people, because when you have people undercutting each other, obviously the price comes down. So that's my biggest thing, is circulating supply. And along as what I'm going to buy, along with the brand and the first appearance, those are what I look for. That's what I buy. You can do it or not. It's worked great for me. It's got me to be able to have a great collection. Like I said, I don't own a partner statue in its entirety, but a lot of things, I got a couple Superman, those are some great things that I think are going to be, huge long-term. Anyway, I am looking for a group to kind of chat in about these ideas. I've been looking around Discord, some Twitter Spaces stuff. It just, I don't know, just talk about, different things. If you know of a group that you're a part of, you'd like to let me know about, put in the comments below. I'd like to kind of chat with different people about different investments in the VeVe space.